get started. Today we are talking all about just Autism 101. Anything you want to know. If you are new here, I'm going to introduce myself. Some of you, I believe, have been following me online for a little bit. Oh, my slides are excited. Okay. I am a child psychologist, but originally trained as a school psychologist. So, to my clients and families I've worked with in the past, I'm known as Dr. Emily. And if you're just getting on, put where you're located in the chat and any questions that you might have. I will check those out when I'm done with the presentation portion. We are going to talk through all of this based really on my life experience as a clinician, but also as a parent. So, I've been working with not just autistic kids, but kids with ADHD, gifted kids, twice exceptional kids in the schools and in private practice for about 20 years. Both of my boys have their own variety of neurodivergence. So, I have a senior in high school, and I also have a sixth grader. So I'm living this. I know it from lots of different angles, and that just makes me very passionate to share all that I know with anyone who is also out there loving and supporting an autistic child or teen. I'm really excited that my first book will be out in August. I finally have a publication date. It's August 25th, and that is a book for parents of school age kids. It's called The Neurodivergent Learner, and it's all about supporting your child learning in school and outside of school, because so many of our kids learn outside of the classroom a lot. So I wanted to just start with a big overview of like some of the vocabulary that you may have come across. So neurodiversity in general is just explains our population. We are biologically neurodiverse. We learn in different ways. We think about things in different ways. And then some of us are neurodivergent. And that word is fairly new in the last 10 or 15 years, but it explains what we have always talked about clinically. So these are the clinical diagnoses that fall under that umbrella of neurodivergence. And
Twice
today we're
exceptional.
just going to be talking about autism. But feel free to peruse other workshops I've done because I talk about, and blog posts as well. I talk a lot about all of these in addition to autism. So just a quick overview. I don't usually go into the overview, but I know I probably have a multi-generational audience for this workshop, and I want to um, just speak to that and be open about that we all have a different perspective coming to this topic, honestly, based on what generation we were raised in, what generation we parented in. I'm 46 years old. My mother is 73. We have had different views, even though she's an educator, that because we were just exposed to different stories about this. So starting back in the 40s is the earliest identification we have. Now, we truly believe that there have always been autistic people, autistic children and adults. And we can sometimes read accounts of people throughout history and have some hypotheses about those things. But Leo Kanner was the first um, clinician to identify a child with what he called early infantile autism. And around the same time, Hans Asperger noticed that there was a subset of these children
Yeah.
who had those same characteristics, but were very intelligent and were very verbal, like hyperverbal, like sounded like adults when they were children. So that's where those two
Oh.
parallel, um, research
Mm.
modalities kind of came from, where we started researching these kids. But for decades, like all through basically from the 40s to the 80s, autism was very confused with schizophrenia and often blamed on poor attachment in parents. So if kids were very fussy or had these sensory overwhelm, mothers were often blamed for not being able to connect with their child. All of that, of course, is debunked now. But in